Et bonsoir tout le monde. S'afficher j'espère. Ah non, il risque pas de s'afficher. Tiens. Et de revérifier ça avant. Attends. Voilà. C'était pas le bon. Voilà. Pas kiffé. On a tout. On va vérifier l'emplacement du chat. Bien notre serveur. Pas de. J'ai pas de playlist à mettre. Mettre ça à 70. On va tout mettre à 70 comme ça. On aura, bon, la cinématique peut-être un peu plus fort quand même. Pareil pour les voix dialogue. Hop. Du narrateur, pareil. Voix aérienne sont impénétrables. Voilà. Ouh, hop. Et je sais que c'est pas un problème. Bon, désolé si la caméra tremble un peu, bouge un peu, c'est normal. Je suis sur PC portable et que chaque fois que je tape sur ma table ou que je bouge, je donne ça. Donc, désolé d'avance hein, si je vous donne le mal de mer. Normalement, la rediff parmi celles des streams de Darkest, parce que j'avais oublié principalement, puis après, il y a un peu d'autres. Grosse flemme de jour, enfin une grosse à deux à peu près. Disons, dernier stream, par jouer un peu. Enfin, j'avais pas rejoué, là j'ai rallumé, rallumé la Warframe, Jack, là, MH hier, rallumé. Mais ben non, il est pas, c'est vrai qu'il est pas, il est pas tard. Toi, tu t'en sors sur MH? Enfin, tu y es toujours? Ça fait un arrêt total. Arrête de taper sur la. Du coup. Ça avance de ton côté? C'est vrai que je regarde le téléphone, mais c'est pas le téléphone qui. Pardon. Ah non, j'ai dû faire attention parce que le point lumineux de la caméra, j'ai cru le voir sur mon téléphone. J'ai un problème, il n'y a pas de point lumineux de ce côté-là. Normal, ça doit être la fatigue. Presque RM80, ah bah pas mal, ça avance. Au début, c'est un peu la galère. Hein. Franchement, ça monte plus ou moins lentement. Après, en fait, quand tu commences à bouffer des alphas en fief, là, ça va monter un peu plus. Et je pense le mieux, c'est soit tu farmes vraiment les gros alphas en fief. Mon avis, mon avis, c'est que les contrats T3 donnent beaucoup plus d'RM. Bon, après, le principal déjà, c'est que tu passes au RM 100. Limite minimum de RM, tu sais, pour que tu puisses faire tous les fiefs. Moi, je sais pas si je vais mettre la petite histoire de. Pourquoi pas? Histoire de l'ose.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who, or what, is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
N'hésite pas à me dire, hein, Jack, si on est pas trop dégueulasse quand même, juste avant que tu partes. Et après ça, je te dis bonne soirée, hein. Bonne nuit. On est on se croisera pas d'ici là. On se croisera sûrement demain, je sais même pas. Piqué. Enfin, je bosse pas avant mercredi, donc j'ai encore demain et après-demain, tranquille. Merci bien. Bon, je pense que la caméra elle est bien placée pour les sous-titres. Ouais, bien sûr. Bah écoute, faudrait que tu me rappelles parce que je pense que j'aurais pas oublié, mais j'aurais pas oublié. Je me rappelle parce que j'aurais pas oublié. C'est l'inverse. Faudrait que tu me le rappelles sûrement parce que je l'aurais oublié. On est peut-être cancer, toi. Ah, Scorpion et cancer, ça peut s'entendre, va. On peut se serrer la pince. Je peux pas te souhaiter un bon anniversaire quand même. Je savais que t'étais cancer, espèce de petit con. T'en as pas marre d'insulter les communautés comme ça? Et je crois que je vais rester sur la même coiffure. On va choisir. T'as quoi quand? Voilà, très bien. La vicinité instinctive. Ah, par T'as quoi là? Ah, mais oui. Du talent. Ah, enlever le. Ah mais non, mais les talents, je peux les choisir en dernier. Ça, par exemple. Et ça. Tac. Pas demain. Là, voilà, oui, je débloque les skills qui ça et je vais mettre tac, tac. Voilà. On est bien au niveau talent. Oh, tac. Ça. Merde.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Damn. And here I was hoping my upstairs visitor was just playing tricks on me.
D'avoir à lui. Ah mais ça va relancer. Oui du coup ça va relancer. inverser le cours d'une bataille, tourne l'écran. C'est le combat. Merde. Pas essayer de faire des vannes quand je... Pas un petit stream d'une heure, je pense. Une heure et demie, ce sera bien. Par contre, le chargement de l'infini, là, il pourrait se manier un peu le train. Ah, faut vraiment que je fasse gaffe à mon dos. Alors. Mais non, mais... Ah. Ah bah. Là, on est dans le... Oh. Personnellement, je fais le tutoriel à chaque fois. Ça permet de rapporter quand même. Ah. Hop, voilà. On ramasse. On ramasse ça pour... C'est un truc déjà.
Hey, a sheep!
Ouais, tout à fait. J'aurais pas dit mieux. Franchement, pour déplacer les objets sur PC, console, c'est un poil plus. Ouais.
You there. Come here.
Passe.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
I'm not one to
Le
let
combat le
sleeping
plus
dogs
que
lie.
j'ai eu à mener jusque là. T'es éclaté et t'attends qu'il vienne jusqu'à toi. peu importe le chemin qu'il prend, en général, s'il prend sauf sur les difficultés supérieures, je pense. Je teste. Et en tout cas, sur du normal, il crèvera automatiquement. Baliste. Oh. Bien entendu aussi que le feu se calme parce que
No key? No problem.
une clé. Activer le verrou, le mécanisme. Tire sur le levier. Tac, allez. Taille.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
No lesions, no trauma. It was bled by magic.
Merde, on m'en fout. Rien. Ça.
Empty.
Ah.
It seems as though the blood.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. Or you'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Alors, votre coup est tiré Ah ça y est, j'ai encore mon éloquence qui est partie en sucette. Là je suis en négatif hein, dans l'éloquence, hein, faut pas chercher à comprendre. Et vous retirez futilement le collier qui l'enserre. Demandez pourquoi elle vous a enfilé cette chose.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course.
C'est la chose qu'elle a
Why
enfilée
don't
et
you
pas
try
vous.
casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Bon là c'est faire monter une action qui la même pour chacun des points.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result.
Beaucoup
There you have it. See?
la
The
VO.
collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind,
Par
of
contre quand j'ai fait
course.
ma création de personnage,
Yours
j'ai mis en-
and the whole world's.
mais plutôt en... Ah non. Pourquoi je me... Un jour dont vous vous souvenez est d'avoir descendu votre 15e pinte. Bien les toilettes. La taverne du bouc ici.
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a
Pourquoi
good
j'aime bien
thing
prendre
for the
bouffon dans
collar
ce
around
jeu
your neck.
exactement pour ce genre de réponse? Il y a un truc, je pense pas que j'y serai sur ce stream là par contre. Il y a un autre moment qu'il faut que je montre, il est juste... Bon, on se fout de la gueule d'une tête.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, Perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
On va pas la provoquer tout de suite. Hein. Après. Là, il y a eu un assassinat, mais bon. Je vais leur piquer. Je peux les voler, mais s'il faut les voler, la bonne stat. Voilà, je vais leur piquer. Malheureusement, on va aller par la femme là. Un petit truc.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even... You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder
J'ai
in
mon
your
doigt qui a
sleep,
tremblé
of
sur la
course.
touche. J'ai eu un petit spasme musculaire dans le doigt et ça a appuyé sur la touche à la fin. Hausser les épaules et lui dire que c'est peut-être le cas, après tout la source couve en vous.
Not with that collar on you, aunt. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Bon, on va pas se faire chier avec. Hein. On va prendre la une, hein, hocher la tête et lui dire que vous le préviendrez si vous apprenez quoi que ce soit. Bien entendu,
Thanks.
ne reviendront
I just
pas
want to catch whoever did this before they hurt
avant
anyone else.
le moment cadavre. On reverra après ma cocotte. Hop, tac.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch. They're picking us off one by one.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Vous demandez ce qu'elle est en train de faire.
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Le destin... Qui est-elle en train de...
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though. Elle peut dire destin avec les dés, peut lui demander si elle peut aussi lire l'avenir d'une branche.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Donc c'est le bras. Il y a des yeux derrière cet écran. Évitez de montrer des choses pas filmables. Pourquoi pas tendre le bras.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke
Bras.
of the tongue, efficient
Là.
like a cat grooming.
Ah, ça c'est l'avant-bras, donc on lui tend le bras en fait. Tiens, prends. Là mon bras.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. A dark, dank place. I remember it well. As everyone lay sleeping, you
Aye.
sat in the dark with wakeful eyes, looking rather lovingly at... me!
Ah bon?
Ha! My, aren't you a pretty cup full of sugar and spice?
Faire les hurons et admettre que c'est tout à fait ça. Tout à
Of
fait.
course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Ouais.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Non, dans sa voix.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Du coup,
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
prends ta gueule. Faire la caisse.
Kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Allez, open the key.
Just skip to the bar where I reassure you and you shut up.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Là, on va s'en-
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Oh, bah on va lui demander pourquoi le magistère le soupçonne d'être un
We used
meurtrier.
to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Ouais. Ah ben on va lui demander. Il a fait pour ce qu'il fasse, merci.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
On va lui demander ce qu'il sait sur la
The joy,
destination.
I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Trois choses de l'ordre divin. Si, ils nous ont foutu dans la merde. Donc,
Easy
tiens.
now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Allez. Par contre, je pense que je vais pas parler à tout le monde.
You are chill, aren't you?
Ramasser.
I ain't saying nothing. Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. I'll give you that knuckle if you can carry it on. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Si je finis en 2 streams, là, dans 20 minutes, j'ai fini.
Just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up. You think me mad? Mad? Insufferable, surely. What are you trying to hear anyway? I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. How dare you?
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Bon, très bien.
Glad to hear it. You hit.
J'y ai passé, désolé, ça n'était pas voulu.
Never dined on anything less than a dozen course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Keep those bolts trained, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Alors, ça, farine de graines, une caisse, pas les reins, non.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're
Keep those
absolutely
bolts
right.
trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Questionner la madame.
Means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Ah, merci.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Ça y est, les emmerdes commencent.
What's happened?
Et c'est le dawa, ma chère, c'est le dawa. Parfait. Ah, re plutôt. Ça. Ça. Merci pour ton follow. Eh, c'est vrai que t'étais pas follow. Mais comment que ça se fait que t'étais pas follow? C'est une honte. Et qu'est-ce que je fous à 30 km au-dessus? Et tac, on va coller ça. Voilà. à reverrouiller. Ce mode de bonhomme de neige, elle me fait toujours pareil. Monte la caméra, hein, avec les touches directionnelles qu'on bouge le personnage. Merci. Radin, ça. Ah, on a un bouteille de vin, merci. Et hop, on va faire la fouille. Hein. Petite creux. Ah, ouais. Oh, du coup, champignon. Ça détend. Ça détend. Con. Ça fait du bien de faire le con. Bol, ça. Hein? Il a fait le mauvais clic. Allez.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking...
Alors, mauvaise touche. Marteau. Voilà. Pas de traces. Enfin, on laisse pas de preuves parce que des traces, si là. Avec la tache de sang qu'on a laissée là, s'il n'y a pas de traces, il y a un souci. Pas la même d'ici. De laisser une trace, de pas laisser de traces. Gueule. Rien demandé. Eh. Ok. Fais. T'es pas une flèche toi hein. Oh. Oh. Je crois qu'on m'attaque. Ouais. On a eu le temps de te tuer 3 fois là. Du coup. J'ai pris un des héros, Pilose. En fait, comme j'ai toujours pas fini l'histoire, du coup, bah, j'ai pris le personnage avec la... J'avais utilisé ma première run, enfin première run où je suis allé le plus loin, qui est... Bon, le build avait bon, malheureusement foiré. Ah mais merde. Voilà. C'est pas mal. Agis, ça fait combien? Sur un. Voilà. On va le finir, hein, on va pas tenter le diable. Oui. Ah, je t'ai tapé dans l'œil. reconnais. Je suis fier de ma connerie quand même, hein. Rien. On la chope. Non. Ah, j'irai après, j'ai tourné. Vite, je vais être malade avec mes conneries.
Damn, doesn't bode well.
Non, non,
Onwards and
ça va j'ai trop joué avec la caméra.
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
He leaps to attention and brandishes his blade.
Ouais, tu pas moment. D'accord, en fait, tu me rapproches pas. Bien, hein. Et... pareil. Elle va me taper 2 fois. Même pas. Il a fait une levée de bouclier. Bon, tu t'arrêtes ou... Mal ce con. J'arrêterai jamais de taper. Alors, du coup, on a quoi? Oui, où est-ce que tu vas? Essayez de choper, merci. Ah, je prends ça. Ah, ça je prends. Bon. Cher. Ah merde. Non, hein. Et tout ça pour ça. Parce que ça se revend cher.
God damn it! Need to get off this road What fresh hell is this? Something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was painted. You press your palm again, it doesn't budge.
Oh.
The moment you touch the door, your belly goes hollow
Et pas
and your
andouille.
skin goes...
On va ramasser la clé. Pas andouille. ouvrir la porte. Hop, il y a un baril.
The moment you touch the door, your belly
Allez,
to the
on
door
utilise la
groans
clé.
open.
Something's breaking through.
Ah.
Get off this ship.
Ah, permettez. Peu de dégâts l'hémorragie. Ok. Et l'os, t'as de la merde dans les yeux? Allez toi. Merde.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Allez, voilà suite.
Thank you.
Marrant. Les gens.
There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
Tire dans le dos. Ouh. Allez.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Ça perd tout ça. Finalement, je le vis très bien. Hein. bug. Hein? On va attendre que l'encouragement revienne, histoire que je peux te montrer.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait,
Ok, non, il
void
est juste
broken.
dans la détente, je sais pas, d'habitude il s'active. Il s'active quoi.
These beardless bugs won't sink a ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
I've faced worse.
Florence. C'est bon? Dis-moi. Hein? T'es où quand? Putain, mais je joue loin en fait. Merci. Il fouille l'intestin.
Wait! We need to wait!
There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan. Grand juge Orivan.
Ouais. Considéré comme mort, sauf. Cat. Bon, ils sont là, 2, 4, 6. J'ai juste à compter à l'écran. Hein. Quel abruti. J'espère qu'on n'entendra pas trop le Les réglages micro sont bons, donc on devrait pas entendre mon PC. Bon. Pas énormément de bruit, c'est juste qu'en fait je suis relativement près. Je suis désolé, je tape dans la
You're just
table.
right about one thing. First comes source, then comes void woken. Am I the lone survivor? Well, thanks, disembodied voice.
On va et ah mais nique-toi Steam, sérieux. Voilà, bon. Du coup, voir tes cookies archeux. J'ai arraché une forêt là. La branche est partie.
Void woken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn.
Glissez-moi, plaît-il.
The Reaper for me. I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. That's Magister Jalen. He wasn't so bad on the ship, at least. Poor fella.
Bordel, hein, mais bon. Ah, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Dans ma team, je vais faire quoi? Je vais faire le prince.
Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them.
Qui en dernier? Fane est fou. Je pense que je vais prendre Fane. Ah mais non, j'ai Ifan. Je vais prendre Ifan pour le long shot.
What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great Acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I? Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
On va prendre lui demander pourquoi il nous accuse.
Gads! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
Le géant ne va pas nous attendre. Ouais. Les gueules, j'ai force de merde. Hop. Et avec.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
Ah, c'est plus un coup de soleil là, à ce rythme-là qu'il a pris. Hein. Bon, on va le saluer chaleureusement. Dire que vous vous réjouissiez de savoir qu'il est survécu au
The
naufrage.
lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, 2 smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Ah.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
On va le toiser quand même. Dire que vous vous réjouissez d'avoir pu aider et que pas votre genre de laisser les gens en détresse se débrouiller tout seul.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further.
On lui demandait ce qu'il a.
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Parfois cela vous évoque une conscience d'un être immense, mais que la plupart du temps, vous voyez rien d'autre que de l'eau.
A consciousness, very good. And the water it may drown in. Life and death. Why not?
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
Ce qu'il veut dire par
What
là.
do you mean? What do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stared.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
Peut-être vous ignorez qui il est.
May the seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
Bon, on va l'inviter à se joindre à nous.
Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of the mystics of my kind.
Ouais, pas de sushi.
I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good.
Ouais, de toute façon.
So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Wizardry is embedded in my nature as deeply as the instincts to breathe and drink and mate. The dominion over fire suits me best, truth be told, but there is no school of magic I cannot master. Very well. Onwards.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately
Ah, j'ai coupé les
between
dialogues.
courtesy and contempt.
As your luck.
Hop, j'ai encore coupé les dialogues.
I seem to be fresh
Grave.
out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings.
Dialogue qui manquait. Hein.
Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Hop. Deux baguettes, moi je te mets poison, c'est pas. Ah c'est une belle. On va faire ça. Tac. Voilà. Ça. Rien t'ajouter tout ça. Ah. Voilà. Truc. Guinguette. Oh, faut que... Alors. Ça. Et ce que je... Voilà. La paillasse. Voilà. Comme ça. Oula. Allô. Et que le PC qui fait encore des siennes, bordel de merde. Bon, ah oui, mais faut que...
Here, kitty kitty.
It seems we're not the only ones taking on strays. Don't be jealous, Quackers. Fur maketh not the cat.
Pas assez de personnes. Pas... De toute façon, je vais récupérer mes persos, ma team complète. Ma team complète et puis je... Ah, parce que non, la fatigue est arrivée. De perception, je vais récupérer
Your godworker has asked you a question. Answer him.
Poire. She ain't come back. Our father has presided over us all.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue chest to this round.
time to accept reality.
Little respect to Griff's right hand, Susie. Fire her.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hand.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead. 1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh, make the hinges rust. Did you say?
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bleeding snake.
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure.
Keep her name out your mouth, how about?
Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead. Gods. Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on.
Ça commence à devenir intéressant.
Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you. Bastard.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand. He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel.
On n'a pas besoin d'un scénario hein, pour savoir que c'est sa femme qui est dedans.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking. To you, I am this pressing pain you wish would go away, but won't.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
Remarquez que pourquoi ce lézard
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
Elle propose un marché au lieu de vous tuer, elle pourrait se joindre à
A
vous.
bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you?
Persuadé et que ses talents seraient
Escape.
rendus utiles.
How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided dears around here would argue such a thing is impossible.
Rappelez à Andrea que vous l'avez sauvé d'une mort certaine sur le bateau.
Well played. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side, for the moment.
Moi je n'ai pas facile. Bon, il me restera Ifan à récupérer, mais là je crois que... Paillasse là. Yes. Ah oui, il va m'en manquer une. Un des persos qui passe déjà vu. Voilà.
Save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
je vais m'arrêter ici.
What were you thinking, messing with Griff's roots anyhow?
Et du coup... Ah. Hop. Ah.
I'm hungry.
Un peu sec. Je voulais retourner sur le menu pour qu'il y ait quelque chose en fond. Bon. Dans souhait goré. Bon. Sur ce, moi, je m'arrête ici pour voir. J'en ferai peut-être un peu demain, mais pas sûr. Hein. Faut que j'annonce que je rejoue le lendemain, je joue pas le lendemain. Moi, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Je vous dis à la prochaine. Et bon. Wow, on se retrouve. Allez, soirée.